So I'll show you how we update access and location details. Hang on, let me just share screen. So obviously we have this main list that we use for the jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And all of those are synced from our various, our various tables here. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. When you're in this main one though, you can't update any of these details. You can't change them. You have to change them in the original tables. Okay.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
for example, for actives, if we go into the active utilities one, um, you can look at a bunch of these different views in the request section. And you can change the address or the tenancy or the meter number or whatever, but those are usually set. You just leave those because active utilities put this in directly. But
Mm-hmm.
the access details can't be changed. Like lookup field should be configured in the field menu dropdown. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, say that again. You kind of just
Oh, sorry.
wet
Yeah,
cut out there.
cutting out. So the access details,
Yep.
these can't be changed
Yep.
in this sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so what you have to do is, I think if you open this, you can kind of go edit. If you go edit field, you can kind of see where it comes from. Don't touch any of it. Don't change any of it, but just kind of look.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see if you're looking at the lookup site is site and it's in access details. It doesn't really tell you anything. Well, anyway, where you want to change them, if you want to change any of them, the access details, it'll be in this tab here in site details. So if you go into site details, you'll be able to see you've got your site name,
Yep.
and you've also got your access details here. Okay. And all of this is kind of listed. There's a little client AU because I wasn't allowed to put it in here. But if you're able to edit the access details here if they change. Same as for B Energy. So for example, we just got this email saying that, hi, the access issue at 48 Lonsdale Street. Can you get back to us with a code for the doors?
Yep.
And then I've emailed them, and then they've gotten in touch with the OC, and they've given us a code, and they've sent it to us. So you can see the keypad code is 21121 hash, and the
Yep.
key safe code is 5108. So it's the same for BNG. It's exactly the same. So you go into the site details, find the site. So 48 Lonsdale Street here. And here it says key safe right hand side outside front glass door 5108 for fob. Yeah. So we're going to fix that. We're going to say front door code 21121 hash. Key safe just inside doors 5108. Use fob inside to access hallways in building. Old VPI key for cupboards. Yeah.
Yep.
So now we've updated that. That will filter through. So if we have a look at our request page, and we go down to, I don't know, down near the bottom here, there's a 48 Lonsdale one. You can see that that's updated here now,
Yep.
which in turn should be updated in here now, wherever I put it.
I think you cancelled it, didn't you?
Yeah, but I probably didn't put a completed date on it. Oh, that's all right. I'll just search by site. Right, Lonsdale. And even though these have all been completed, it's basically, well, except for UST. Oh, I need to change it in the other one as well. This has been changed here. Yeah.
Yep.
So now that's updated. I need to change this in the UST hub because Nabil sends us jobs from B Energy. So if I go into UST manual, site details, 148 Lonsdale, paste. And now, if you watch, it should filter through. Come on. And there it goes.
Yeah, nice.
Yep. Cool. So that's kind of how you do it. And it's pretty much the same for all of these. What do we got? Energy Australia is the same. Site details, access details. So in any of these, you just want to do that if you need to update it or change it.
Yep. What's just come through? Please cancel this job.
So that's the access details. But I'll move this over here. Sometimes you might need to add a job yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, if that's the case, that'll be in this one, in the UST one for Nabil. Because we don't have a full reference table. You would have seen probably yesterday there are a couple of jobs that came through. He emailed through. I was like Burwood and this Richmond one, so I had to add them myself.
Mm-hmm.
But also active utilities. They want us to get interval data for a meter. I think I just sent you that. They want us to get interval data for this Willow Park meter. With Willow Park, we've gotten interval data before, and it only holds up to 3 months.
Right.
So
Okay.
we need to get it basically as soon as possible. Otherwise, I would be waiting until we read it next week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise a job in Airtable ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And just, make it myself, basically. So you can either add it here with these little pluses. If you add it here, it'll add a job for the same date because it's grouped by date.
Mm-hmm.
If you add it here, it'll do the same thing for the 20th. If you add it down here, it'll just be a completely blank one.
Yep.
And it may disappear because right now it's filtered by date required. So just keep that in mind. If you click plus and it disappears.
Filter it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to continue this lonely. Adding a new job. So this is when we just want to add a job that's not in there ourselves to do. What I do is I usually click on one of the dates. I'll go to the date required and change it to the date I need. So it's going to be Friday. Now, bear in mind, whatever client you are doing this for will see this. So you just need to keep that in mind. We want to get interval data because I believe it's interval data for this meter, AU005573. Now with active, you add them in and it's the meter numbers are not linked to anything. Only the sites are linked. This one is at Willow Park. She said Marquee Willow Park because when we do the reads, they're actually different sites, but when we do the reads, they're done kind of sent together, all of the results. Maybe they're managed by the same people, not sure. But yeah, put in Willow Park, the tenancy. I just got to check we've got to check the read sheet for that. So we're going to our embedded blank read sheets, current Willow Park and Marquee. Search for this meter number. Oh, it's not here. What? Oh, it's in a different one. It's at West Road, I think. There we go. 68 West Road. So it is 103 at 68 West Road. 103. 68 West Road. Oh, Woo. Mary Benong. Put that in. And I think that's all we need to put in. Yeah. So we've got the meter number, we've got the service, we've got the right date, we've got the site, tenancy, address, and this is automatically generated. So we'll probably send that to Alan because he knows where this one is and how to get in. He reads the site every month. But yeah, that's basically how you do it. I'll also put a message so that Active can see that we're not just raising it for no reason. By Tina. Getting ASAP as these meters. I think these meters only hold 3 months data. We think these meters only hold 3 months data, and she needs it from Jan. Boom. And I don't tag them. It's just like, oh, they'll see it, and then they'll look at it, and then I'll go boom, boom, boom. So if they see it, they see it. If they don't, they don't. Brilliant. I don't need them to intentionally look at it. Again, the same thing with B Energy. You would just add a job here. You'd press the plus. I don't think I've ever had to add one for B Energy. Energy Australia, we do have to add jobs ourselves with the letter drops and the DNPs, but we do those in like a mass adding in this menu. And there is already a video that explains that process, so you can watch that if you want to see that. But yeah, if you wanted to add one individually, you just, again, press the plus sign. You'd find the meter. Again, these meters are linked into the site reference table. And yeah, the job type and the date required and any special instructions. And that will automatically link to the rest of this over here. So you'd only need to enter stuff into these 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. The only one that we really need to add jobs into is the UST one. This is because it's similar to the Energy Australia one where they're all linked, but for UST we don't have, because they have different contracts. They're not linked to anyone. Any meters here. They haven't given us the full meter list. We've got the B Energy list because they do DMPs for B Energy at this point. And there's some SAM reads they do for IntelliHub and plus ES for sites that we already read for Energy Australia. So it's all very mixed up and complicated. But again, if you wanted to add a job to the UST section, you could go to any one of these views, probably not the sync view. I need to lock that actually. Lock this view. You go to probably the assigned view. I might add a add job view. Actually, let's do that now. All right, so I've added a little view, but I realized that it's a little bit more complicated to add these ones. So I'm going to wait until we get an example of a job that is not in this meter reference table. And then we can figure it out from there ourselves. But we'll stop it there. But that's basically kind of how you change the access details and how you add a new job.